Hey now, and welcome down to KC Toy Reviews. We are here today with ByArt's 1/6 scale Joaquin Phoenix Joker head sculpt. It's not that bad. The one on the left is pretty bad. But, as always, let's go ahead and dive right in. Alright, so, under the lens, a little bit closer, it's still hard to look at the one on the left. The one on the right... This is going to be the worst review I've ever done. This is going to just be the worst. So I apologize ahead of time. I can't stop laughing. I can't stop. Okay. Compose yourself. Okay. Let's start with the one on the right. ByArt had two different versions of the one on the right. We had the smiling one that you see here, and basically a non-smiling version. Obviously, I went with the smiling version. And, for $38... I don't think it's that bad. The eyes are actually movable, so you can remove the neck peg on the bottom. I saw somebody in the group mention this, and you can actually take a little tool in there, move the eyes around, so you do have movable eyes. The teeth have some decent detail to them, a slight glisten, as well as the eyes too. The rooted hair, it's not horrible. It's actually staying down. It's not puffy or anything like that. And then the paint application is pretty good, so I'm actually excited for this one. I think it is pretty decent, and at one point in the video I'm going to put this right beside the Toys Era and the SW Toys version Joaquin Phoenix Joker, just so you can see what they look like together. And believe it or not, as I look at this one, I believe that this might be the new superior out of the three. And just for reference, it is sitting on the Daft Toys Joaquin Phoenix Joker suit set, and I believe that runs around $90, $100, something like that. And onward to the rock star on the left. Let's first take this crazy wild hair out of the equation and just focus on the head sculpt, the eyes, the nose, the mouth and stuff. It's not horrible. Again, for $35 to $40, I'm not going to knock it too much. If we take the one on the right and the one on the left for $40, let's just say 50 shipped for the sake of conversation. We all know throughout the groups in there, people are buying head sculpts for $300 upwards to maybe even $1,000, which is just the stupidest, most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And to be honest, they're not even worth $1,000 by any means. It just must be people that have money to piss away. So with that being said, having rooted hair, movable eyes, for $50 shipped and a decent look, I think that they are actually decent head sculpts for the price. But again, the one on the left, I don't know what the hell is going on with that hair over there. And you always get the stupid comments in the groups. Oh, well, you could sculpt it yourself and do this and that. Well, I'm not a goddamn hairstylist. So the fact that people have those stupid comments are just so ridiculous. The majority of us buy these things. We want to just take it out of the box and pluck it on our figure. I really didn't anticipate getting it and going into the bathroom and combing it, like my 2-year-old daughter. It just didn't even make sense to me. So I'm getting a lot of tips of throwing water on it and gel, this and that. Even cutting it. I heard some people are saying cut it, which is ridiculous. Why didn't the sculptors do that? How did they get the one on the right to stay down so flat and nice? It's like kind of stiff almost, and it's rooted hair. It's like stiff. Yet this one's like a goddamn rock star. I don't know how I can salvage this. Maybe if we pull, well, look at that. Oh, I guess if we pull that back a little bit, let's try this here. You know what? That doesn't look horrible. Okay, I just got these out of the box a few hours ago, so that doesn't look horrible. So maybe there is a way to salvage this. Man, that back piece there. Whew, we got full-on Linda back here. Hi, I'm Linda. Actually, I'm Joaquin Phoenix. And before we cut back to the other head sculpt, I just kind of wanted to do a quick comparison. This body and this head sculpt are originally what came together. So if you can see the difference between the two, clearly the one on the right is superior, other than the ridiculous hair on it right now. Other than the ridiculous rooted hair on there right now, which, as we saw in the last shot, maybe it's possible that we can salvage something out of that. But like I said, I still think this one is not as good as the new one here, if we can figure out something to do with that hair. Can I tell you a secret? I love your hair. I think it's good. Tell everybody to shut up. It's not as bad as they're saying. Okay, and here we have the side-by-side of the three Jokers. Now, I do believe there might be one or two other versions out there, maybe an M Toys and something else out there, and obviously probably a plethora of customs, but these are the three that I now have on hand. So, all the way to the left, we have the Toys era. In the middle, we have the new ByArt. And then to the right, we have the SW Toys. Now, again, in my opinion, the clear winner out of the three is the ByArt. Especially at $38, $40, I would say that is the clear and evident winner out of all three of them. A little bit more vibrant, rooted hair. You probably can't pick it up too much, but even the skin tone a little bit on it, the way they put the paint application is a little bit sharper, and I do like the paint application on that one a lot better than the other two. And of course, out of the three, it is the only one with movable eyes. So kudos to ByArt and the team over there. I do think this is the new winner out of the current choices. And there we have it. 2 out of 3 of the ByArt 1/6 scale Joaquin Phoenix head sculpts. Couple things to note here. This whole review, I should have probably stressed this in the beginning, but is purely about the head sculpt. This is only about the 1/6 scale ByArt head sculpt. It has nothing to do about the bodies there, so you can do whatever the hell you want with the body beneath. With that being said, we have some issues with the Arthur Fleck non-painted one. We got to figure out something to do with that rockstar hair. It is wild, but the painted version, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. For $38, $50 shipped, I'm actually happy with it. I think it is now the superior version out of all the ones in my collection. The rooted hair is actually pretty decent. It holds down well. It's not too puffy. Movable eyes, a nice, vibrant paint scheme. I just can't complain. But as this guy spins back in shot, we got to figure something out. The head sculpt, or the face sculpt, dare we say it, again, not bad. Movable eyes, some decent texture, and I would say decent likeness to Joaquin Phoenix as well. It is definitely better than that other one that we had put up next to it before. So again, this is probably one of the most superior versions that you can get out there until you cross that $100, up into $1,000 custom mark. And with all that said, we are going to slap a score on these guys, and what comes to mind is a 6.8 out of 10. I think there's a lot we could have done better, but there's a lot that's decent. I think these are good head sculpts for the price. 6.8 out of 10 is saying I would probably get it. I think that they're a good choice. Clearly, you can spend your money, go a little bit higher, and get something better. But on the market right now, I don't think that you have something much better than this. So, with all that said, 6.8 out of 10. Joaquin Phoenix. Rockstar Joaquin Phoenix. Let's see if I can grab them both. Casey Toy!